All right, y'all, it is time for the Ericaism of the day. Transparent moment. I'm not always happy. I'm not always bubbly and encouraging. Well, I am to you, but I'm not always that way with myself. Sometimes I'm just doing it because I'm supposed to. Sometimes I'm just going hoping that I will feel some joy. And there are a lot of artists, frankly, a lot of creative people that struggle with that because sometimes how you present things to the world and how it comes out, it doesn't always happen the way it's in your head. And I know we love the scriptures. He'll do exceedingly abundantly, and he will, and he can, and he has. But sometimes it don't work out like you want it to. And it's really easy to get discouraged. It's really easy to go, man, what in the world am I doing this for? And I've had those days many times. And I know some of you think that when you see a person up front, that it's because they haven't felt that pain, that they haven't just been on autopilot, which I do a lot, probably more than I should. But I'm just being honest today to let you know that we all feel these feelings. There have been things that I can't fix even though I wanted to. There have been moments when I've had to work in pain. But I know that the scripture said that God is near to the brokenhearted. And so if the scripture says his grace is sufficient for me, then that means the grace of God will carry me through whatever tough situation, through my seasons of doubt. I try really hard not to be sarcastic and pessimistic, but sometimes I am. It does not serve me well. It feels as if I'm trying to cover something and I, you say things like it is what it is. And oh, well, you just keep going. I mean, I guess we'll understand it later. And that's true. You will understand it later. But sometimes you're sad. And what I've decided to do is to free myself to feel exactly how I feel, whether that is good or bad or sad or frustrated. And I have to acknowledge it first before I give it to God. But I can't act like it's not there. I can't pretend that it's not there. Even if I have to keep working and y'all don't know, I know. And sometimes when I finish my work and I finish singing for y'all and I finish signing autographs and I finish talking and I put the mic down and I take the makeup off, I get in the mirror and I go, God, I'm not happy today and I want to be. Can you lift me out of this hole? God, I don't want to stay here any longer. I don't make excuses. I don't ask why. I just tell God how I feel and I just want him to fix it. And sometimes you understand things and sometimes you don't. Why did this happen? Why do I feel that way? I don't care why. I just don't want to feel it no more. And so I surrender it to Jesus. And I immediately try my best to get in the presence. And sometimes it takes a little work because I've spent too much time with the negative emotions. And sometimes it takes more push. And I got to push in the spirit. And I got to pray in the spirit. And I literally got to war in the spirit to get that negativity off my back because I've held it and I let it stay with me too long. I thought that if I just kept working and if I kept functioning, it would leave. And it didn't leave. I had to address it, face it, and tell it to go. I had to release myself to acknowledge that the pain was there and say, okay, God, it's yours now. I don't want it anymore. Just being honest about my feelings today. And I hope it helps you because I know you've been there too. But guess what? God will free us. God will deliver us. God will give us joy. God will give us understanding as to why it's happening. And then we'll be able to minister to somebody else. I hope I just helped you right now. It's Get Up Mornings, y'all.